Yeah, coffee. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Henna. I'm responsible for sales and customer support, among other things.
And I'm Samu, so I'm the key account manager, so working with directly with customers.
Yeah, and we also have other team members in the background. Petri is monitoring the chat. Hi, Petri.
Hello.
And we have Jussi here with us. Thank you so much for your help, Jussi. So you will see more of Jussi. We have more technical problems. Let's hope for the best. Okay, and well, first I wanted to let you know that we are recording this webinar because we are going to make a short summary video that will be available afterwards on YouTube. We will not show any of your faces, so it's just our team. So we hope this is okay for Coffee with Quha webinars. Okay, so today we are going to talk about using an iPad with the Quha Zono. We will be going through the basic settings, setup, and we will also be covering, well, some useful advanced features too. And Samu is going to demo a lot, I believe.
Yeah. It's always dangerous to make demonstration, but anyway, we do our best.
Okay, and if you have any comments or questions during the webinar, just feel free to participate in the discussion at any point. It's perfectly okay to interrupt us and take the floor. You can use the chat. Petri will be there.
Petri will be handling the chat, so if that questions here.
He may throw the ball to us.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
He may answer you there. And you can also send your questions to webinar@quha.com, so we can get back to you after the webinar, if you like. Okay, so Samu, are we ready? Ready to go?
Yeah, as ready as I can be.
Okay, so what kind of iPad are you using today? Can you tell us something about it?
Yeah. So today I'm using iPad Pro. So it's this 12.9-inch device with USB-C connector, and it has latest iOS 15.01 version uploaded. So that's a basic device what I have here on the table that I will use for demonstration.
And what about other iPads? Would you be able to use any iPad?
Actually, yes.
A lot of questions about this.
Yeah. So basically, you can, as long as you have iOS, is it 13 plus or latest one, or because the mouse support comes around that time frame. So if there is mouse support in iOS version, then it should work. But of course, it depends on what iPad you have. You might need to use adapter for Lightning cable or USB-C, because I guess there is for some devices there are this USB-C and some has this Lightning cable.
Yeah.
But there are available adapters for both of those, so it doesn't really, it's not an issue.
Okay. Now, iPads have a lot of built-in accessibility features. We won't be covering all of them today.
Yeah, sure. There's so much, so many combinations that can be so. But I will walk you through main items, main accessibility helps now. So okay. So let's go to accessibility settings. So let's try it. Hey Siri, open accessibility.
Let's.
Okay. I just love that Siri. It is one of the accessibility that could help persons a lot. So basically, it's shortly about these accessibility features. So as you can see, there's many related to vision. So if you have report on seeing, you can zoom and do some vision related items. We are not going to cover those today, but of course the Siri is something that I already used, but I think that is kind of helpful too. Then is physical and monitor. There are also different more or less touching related, or like this Face ID or switch control, voice control, things that you can actually adjust and find if there are some useful tips for you to actually get your help. And then hearing, of course, I'm not sure how does it work, but I guess if you have trouble on hearing, there are some things that can be done to improve or help your personal experience. So these are basically the accessibility features. However, there are many other features or applications or setups what you can do to do different stuff, different things, but there's so many of those, so we don't even know all of those. But this could be also helpful for somebody, even those are not here in accessibility menu. And today we will focus on this touch. I will just click this touch, and this assistive touch is really for Quha Zono purposes. It's really the key or the key feature for us. So now if we enable, you can now see there's this black or gray box there left, and basically it's just activating the assistive. That is something what we are going to use today later on. But
yeah, and well, we were going to compare the Quha Zono and the internal head tracking function of iPad, but we have to apologize because
okay, so basically this device should, and this iOS 15, it should support this head tracking feature. And we tried this several weeks, but we couldn't get it to work, and several times we discussed with Apple support that what's wrong, and they did not find any issues in our device yet. But that is something that it takes time. If hopefully they find the root cause why it's not working with us. But however, I know that somebody in iPad Apple support tried that feature and it should work. And in this case, actually, I would be very happy to know if some of our participants here have been using or were able to use this. That would be very important information for us.
Yes, let us know.
And let us know if you type to the chat or something, because I would love to know that, because we don't actually know how it works because we haven't been able to try it.
Okay, well, then about the Quha Zono mouse. So I think most of our guests today are already familiar with the Quha Zono, but we could say a few words about it and the version that you are using today.
Yes. Okay. So first, Quha Zono. It's a gyroscopic head mouse. So basically, it translates your head movement to pointer move like I can show here. This is the head. It moves. Pointer. Yes. And it has two parts, basically the central unit. So there's a camera, so it's a small one block. It's battery operated, so you charge it. There's a one turn off button, and then there's a USB receiver, which can be plugged into your device. So that is the basic thing. And but this of course works with computers or Android devices too. So it's not limited to this, but it works there very well also. So, and the versions what we have this gray one, it's Quha Zono, and the black one, it's Quha Zono 2. And Quha Zono 2, it's an advanced version of this Quha Zono, and it has inbuilt gestures, and you can actually make some programming for clicking the system. And of course I saw some improve battery lifetime for this Zono 2. So these are basically the main differences with this related to iPad.
Yes. Okay, so now let's start from the beginning. So now we are going to connect the Quha Zono mouse to the iPad here. So what do you need?
Okay. So
What
first,
do you start when you want to start using the iPad with your Quha Zono?
so depending on, of course, which iPad you have it, but I have this iPad Pro, so I need adapter. This adapter that you can connect USB-C to our normal USB connector. This is needed. And if you have a lightning cable, same thing. You can put here our USB receiver and it works basically. After you have attached it, I have another device here on this tablet now, but let's see what's happening. Okay, now it's out. Now I connect it. And let's hope the best now. Yes. This, and I have also now connected this device that is in here in my head. It's connected to USB with this adapter, and now as you can, I can put this, just put it on, and you can see movement translate. So it's
as simple as that.
Simple as that. Yes. Okay, then wearing options. So basically, as you can see, I have here one wearing option. It is this headband. You can connect the device itself here and put it here, and then we have also this
head mount kit.
Head mount kit where you can see the device itself in your head. These are our most popular wearing options that can be used for this.
Yeah.
So, but of course I have to remind you that basically this is you can, if you want, you can use it with you. I can show with your hand or something. It doesn't. You can wear it anywhere, but it's it's just the movement of this block. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so now we have the cursor moving on the screen. Yes. Then what about selecting, tapping? You need to be able to do that too.
Yeah, you don't only pointer or cursor, it's not enough. You have to be able to make a click or tap or whatever it is. So I think in the computer world it's click, and here is in tablet it's tap. So basically in our USB stick, USB receiver, there is a small hole there, and you can plug there external button. It's just a simple button which has 3.5mm plug. You can put it directly to the device, and it's so easy. And then okay, now I put it to the actual device that is connected. Now, okay, then I can show you how it works. Okay, now again. Okay, now the device is connected. The button is connected. Now I will enable the Quha Zono, the button. Okay, you can see. And now when I press button, I can make mouse click, or how do I say it, tapping or whatever. I can select things of it. I can select the application here and go home. So basically that is easy solution. Use an external button. But of course this is if you are able to somehow use your hands or some other leg or whatever.
And what if you can't use your hands?
Yes, then we have also solution. As you can see in my headset, I'm using this center bus switch. As you can see here,
It's the Quha Center part switch.
Let's, by the way, let's do like this. You can do it better here. You don't need it. That's good. Great. So basically, puff switch. This is kind of designed for Quha Zono. Perhaps it can be connected behind the devices. So basically, behind the device, it works for both for Zono and Zono 2, and it is the kind of simple puff switch. So basically, the idea is I will put this on normally and put it in front of my mouth or somewhere there around, and then let's put this, and now as I again turn on, so when you can see when I blow, it selects the oh, what did I do? I did something stupid. but anyway, you can actually select whatever you want and do this as a click or tap. Of course, main important in this device is that should be placed carefully in good position, that you are able to use and puff it correctly. Because now actually you can see when I talk, it kind of makes click from now. When I talk, it clicks out still, and that's not kind of.
Yeah, you may need to practice a little bit.
Yes, I'm not the best user of it, but that is puff switch that actually you can use it if you want. If you have limitations with your hands and you don't want to use this external click.
Yeah, and well, if you are not able to use any kind of switch or don't want to use any kind of switch, then you can use the iPad's internal inbuilt dwell function too. So can you show us how to use that? Turn it on and
Press button.
okay, take your time.
Okay, so now let's go through this accessibility again. Hey Siri, open accessibility.
Let's.
Okay, so I'm using my hands because it's easier to set up it with even. So again, touch, assistive touch. It's on. I use this one, the box here, and then now when you scroll down, the very important thing is this dwell control. And in this dwell control, you can actually, if you would enable this one, now we have dwell clicker is on. I take this center. Okay. And now when I enable this, now dwell clicker is on. I can use device. And then when I go like here, you can see that it starts to select. This is the dwell clicker. It takes some time to make click, and the time is here 2 seconds to make go. Yes, it's adjusted here. So basically, we'll put here, click, and then you go to dwell function, select tap one, and then you can like select one tap. Or one very handy, very useful here is like this home button. Go this. You can always go here. That is very handy.
One question, Samu, from me. Is that by default on this what's called app access menu?
Menu?
Yes.
Assistive touch menu.
It
So is it well by default there?
Yes, it is. I'm not actually sure what is the iOS version what it has, but at least for this, and I think at least some older ones, but I don't know how far the support goes. But it is this. If you take this accessibility and touch and assistive touch, and here you can select this dwell. It is there.
Okay.
Good question. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So where were we? What was the next thing? So now.
Now the dwell clicker is clicking.
Okay. Yes. So basically,
clicking automatically. Just constantly whenever there's something?
Actually, wasn't only once here. Let's see.
What kind
Because
of
there are some setups that. What is here? Okay.
Because I think default is it clicks automatically. Whenever there is something you can select, it clicks.
Let's go.
And
so first, let's take a look at the setups first. Okay, here today you can see that control is enabled. Below that is this fallback action.
Yeah,
let's put it
we have had a lot of questions about this. And how can you pause the dwell function?
Yeah. So
might be a problem that keeps clicking constantly.
So basically now we have selected this pause dwell, this tab here. It's selected, and now it makes one click and goes to pause, because this is now activated. It pauses after one click, like here it opens all time, and now it selects something. No, if you go here, it selects all the time, and if you go here like tab, and now it stopped. It's not doing it again. But if you select fallback action like this, let's go to the home screen. It's easy. If you go this, okay, it's like tap. Now you're getting tap, continues again and again and again. So basically this feature is very useful if you are typing, like you have the on-screen keyboard and you are trying to do words, it's very useful because it's not very convenient to go always here and select the tab. So this is in a way, and actually you can go to here dwell menu and you can, let's try, let's go here. Now it makes one click. No, it's not. Did I put it correctly? Did I put it correctly? And let's see. Yes, now it's not continuing, it's doing it once. So basically the idea is that you can make one click or continuously make clicks, and depending on what you're doing, it's actually quite useful tool.
Yeah. Okay. Then you can customize the assistive touch menu.
Yes, basically, yeah, that is very useful thing in this device, because here, as you can, I can open this. When this one, there are certain features, as you can see, is what it does, and you can actually you can actually program or put there what you want. Like it's a customize top level menu. And now it's the same here. And now you can see that you can actually put here, is it 1 to 8? 8 different actions that you want to do, and it's always that will be visible when you open this. These are kind of these same. So basically, what I'm doing here, what I think for me, I think it are the most important. I can just click here, and now you can. There's several different things what you can do, and I'm not even sure what all of those are doing and how they're working. But for me, most important thing is tap, like click. I think it's better if it's like here in the you can select it quickly. It should be there. So if you make one tap, it's always there. And of course the home is also very important because you can go always back. It could be tricky to go, I don't know some other ways to go back with it. But at least it is very easy to go back. And then as a demonstration purposes, I will take like scroll and put there like I said, was that scroll right, and then so. And now let's go to this main menu. Okay, then again I will put this device on. And now when I go this here, you can see now here's the tab is here directly. I can go here and select YouTube and start doing, or then here I can go home, back, and that's it. Or one thing could be also difficult with this is that the reason why I put it here, this scroll right here, now it goes like this. Now you can see arrow, and now when it clicks, oh, I was in the wrong place. Let's sorry. Okay, I was in the wrong place. Let's do like this and go. Now it works because I was in right screen already, so it did. So basically, if you go here now and select the right and put it somewhere in there, it needs to be correct place, like close to the scroll right here, and now. And of course, when this in this menu, you can put there many different like scroll right, scroll left, whatever you want to do. So that's why it's very handy. You should put there what you are most commonly using. Devices like scroll up, down, or click, or you can even enable torch or camera or whatever. You can put there that the number of that you can put there eight different actions, and most of those are not even something that I know what will happen with those. So
yeah.
Okay.
And what about hot corners? We have
Yeah.
had questions.
Yeah, I
about
think that's some.
It's a useful feature too for
So-
most users.
Yeah. You have a lot of questions that is a hot corner, but let's take a look. Hey Siri, open accessibility.
Let
Okay. It's just a shortcut to here, but I put also my hands now. So basically, assistive touch. This is always the same menu where we go to use these things that will help using Quha Zono. So here is hot corners. Let's see if I can show you. So basically, hot corners is what it means. It is corners of the device or the screen here can be programmed just a way that it does some actions. Like for example, this is also let's select the same. So scroll left is here, bottom left, and bottom right is scroll right. So now I can demonstrate what it does. So basically, I have this. I will enable also again. Put this on here, and now when I go to here, no, I need to go here because we are at the right screen. I go to here. Done. You can see it changes, and now I go here. It changes. No, change. So basically, this is also very handy, very useful tool, because you can actually program there some functionalities. And if you take a look quickly again, like if I take here, that's can see that there is many different things. Well, like volume up might be also nice, and so the many different things that you can do that would help you to use Quha Zono without hands, using this assistive touch or this or hot corners. Okay.
Yeah.
And some practical things that we have actually found in our when we use it, that there are some, let's say, limitations or something. Let's put the 12 okay, I will put the 12 off for now. I don't need it here. For example, you can actually when you go to side, you can actually, you see my head, it stops here. I can actually adjust or point the device where I want, because it's not, the pointer is not going over the screen. But if you go up or down, it goes to lock screen, and if you go down, yeah, that's this. So basically, this is something that inside you can like put it here and turn your head, and it's doing nothing. It stays there. But in up, you have to take this into consideration. And we haven't found the way how to go around this.
But you can go back to the normal mode by just looking down.
Yes, that's true. But that has to kind of, you just cannot. Because sometimes if you adjust what kind of movement you do, you can do it by kind of selecting like this and turning your head more, and then you go down. These not staying in my head. Cool. I would adjust it better. So basically, this is something that needs to be considered, and we tried to find solution for this, but I guess it's more like Apple feature that is there. And if somebody figures out, is there a way to kind of control, kind of to stop it or block it, then. But anyway, if you know it, it's kind of, you know it and you are prepared to it, and it should be okay. Okay, then I need to check my notes. Hey, I had notes here.
Yeah, so have we covered everything we were going to cover?
I think that we are pretty close to end, and so basically today we covered the basic usage of Quha Zono, and we took a look of this accessibility features. And for example, this accessibility, this is also, you can use it in normal use if you want. This is, you don't need the dual clicker, you can use it here, so it could help some of your users.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I think that at this point, have we any discussions or any
comments?
Have you seen? Do you see, or do you Petri have any?
Petri, is there anything in the chat?
No.
Anything going on there?
Received any questions via email at least, and I cannot see also in the discussion chat, so feel free to ask your questions now.
Well, actually, there is one very common question that we hear. So, how can I charge the iPad while I'm using Quha Zono?
So in that case, you need to have this. There's two types of adapters. I kind of, this type of version 1 and 1. You can actually put on just, this is better. We can this adapt. It depends on the adapter. This one is 1 and 1, but this one, for example, this is huge. You can actually put there. See, and then there's a HDMI. Actually, today we are using HDMI connections, and we have Quha Zono attached, and we also had the charger simultaneously, so it works too.
Yeah, and actually we also have the adapter for Lightning port that includes the charger.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is just because I find this very easy because it's small.
Yeah.
So okay. This is all what we have today.
So unless there are any questions, so
Okay, I could say something about the forthcoming Coffee with Quha webinars.
just a reminder.
Yeah. So in 2 weeks, on 28th of October, we will have a Tapio Koivuniemi, who is the development manager from the team that developed Quha Well, and Tapio is here with me, and we will discuss about Quha Well. So if you have any questions or anything that you have always wanted to know about Quha Well, so this is the correct place to ask. So
Yes.
Tapio will be able to answer your questions.
Yes, and you can also send questions for that webinar beforehand to webinar@quha.com.
And I need to highlight this. This is the Quha Web software. It's for PC and Windows. So basically, just to get iPad has internal. So just to make sure that you understood.
Okay, and then on 11th of November, we will have Neil Fitzgerald and Adam Waits from Smartbox here with me and Petri Latvarasku, and we will be discussing how to use different access methods with Grid Tree software. So if you want to know more about how to use Grid Tree with different access methods, or you have something you want to ask about those, so this is then the correct place for those, and this will be on 11th of November. And then on our last one for this autumn is adaptive technology as a service. So means, for example, leasing or renting adaptive technology devices or software. And we will have Fiona Steele from SciTech Australia. She will be discussing with Petri about that, and that will take place on 25th of November. So SciTech has a long experience and a lot of knowledge how to utilize the adaptive technology leasing and renting scheme. So if you are interested on that topic, so I'm sure this will be very interesting webinar.
Yeah, so go and register already. You can now.
And yeah, so from our webpage quha.com/events, you will find more information about these webinars, and there is also the registration form for these.
Yes.
Okay.
So I guess if there are no questions, so I think we can.
So I hope you are happy for this webinar or this Teams meeting and get some information how to use iPad.
Yeah.
It has been something that many persons has asked that what can you help us or how to use Quha Zono with this device, and hopefully this gives you some answers. But I guess it is.
Okay.
So
Thank you so much
thanks a
for
lot.
joining us today,
And
and sorry about the hassle.
okay, thanks guys. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so
I
much.
will see somebody there.
Bye.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Bye bye.
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 See you next time.